invii il messaggio da inviare.
Come sto cosa?
Concludo e invio il messaggio. Bene, messaggio inviato.
Customers don't want to go into a fast food restaurant or into a coffee shop and deal with a machine. They want to talk to a person. They want to interact with that person. They want to chat with the barista and so forth. But of course, this pandemic has really totally turned that calculation, on its head, really. And now, all of a sudden, there's actually some danger or risk associated with interacting with people. And so anything that's fully automated, I think particularly where you're dealing with issues of hygiene, preparing food, things like that, if you can keep people out of the loop, that's actually suddenly become not a disadvantage, but an advantage.
Stay safe. Stay home. To curb the spread of COVID-19, gatherings at this park are not allowed.
Your symptoms show that your health may be at risk. I would recommend you to visit a doctor.
It may go on for so long that it actually shifts, consumer preferences to some extent, so that some of these changes become permanent. And of course, that once again will kind of accelerate this movement toward automation.
This is the first screen that you will see. Basically, what the user has to do is to proceed through all these screens. All the other explanations are here. And you ask few screens. Basically, you ask you for the permissions to turn on some of the settings. It is active, which is allowed. You'll see this screen mostly. Image context.
The main message is that there are going to be trade-offs, and there are going to have to be a discussion, or at least some kind of understanding with the public, where people decide, what is most important to them. Are they willing to sacrifice privacy for security? And I think every country basically is going to have to make their own trade-off, and they'll come to different answers. There are many issues. There are privacy, bias, that algorithms could be built that are biased against certain groups, racial bias, gender bias, and so forth. These are all real concerns, and as you open that box, these are things that come out. And history has shown pretty clearly that it's during economic downturns that companies tend to turn toward technology and become more efficient. I mean, what happens is that they lay off workers, businesses lay off workers for economic reasons, but then they're able to incorporate more technology, and it turns out that they don't actually have to hire those workers back, even when economic recovery rolls around. And I think we're certainly going to see some of that this time as well.
Is then you can take the skeleton tracking and you can put that on machine vision. I really think that we're entering a new age when
the ideas that maybe worked well in the 20th century are not going to be viable in the future, where technology just becomes vastly more powerful. And so it's really, in a sense, it is a good thing that these ideas are being brought out, and people are beginning to be forced to look at them with a kind of an open mind that maybe would not have been the case before, because eventually we're going to get into a situation where we really need to put these ideas into practice, I think, on a permanent basis.